Well, my parents are back with another video review. Episode 2 of Kubo will not be being disposed today. Some announcements I should make, some things I should let you know about, because I'm not exactly caught up on the series yet. And as for Sailor Moon, the cast for the Sailor Starlights have been revealed. And ancient, because some veteran magical girl actors are playing one thing, I can't remember the names, but Sailor Star Healer, she's played by one of the magical girls from Magical Magical Side Story anime. I think it's for the anime anyway. Well, the other two are actually played by Precure actors. Let's see, I can't remember which one's which one. I think the lead one is played by Kyo Felice's actress. And the other one played by Kyo March's voice actress. Yep, two Q actresses are playing Sailor characters. That's pretty cool. Makes me want to catch up with Sailor Moon, catch up on the series, all the series, the movies, original series, the movies, the reboot, all before this July. A bit, with the both parts of the movie released this July. Got a few months, but I'm gonna get through them. I promise. Maybe once I've done my review on Futari Pretty Cure and sequel season with Futari Pretty Cure Max Art, I'm going to focus on those reviews first and then paying my attention to Sailor Moon. Do those in the meantime. Anyway, without ado, let's get into this video. I hope I don't make any mistakes like last time. I'm embarrassed for making a lot of mistakes last episode, my last review on this season, on this episode, so I was pretty proud of that. I got a few bits mixed up. I completely forgot to read the manga too. So I only managed to read one chapter. Now it's the school section. So, I'm sorry if I get anything wrong. So let's just don't mess with the long again. So the episode opens up with Shiraishi in class when Shiraishi started to feel sleepy, but he wanted to. Normally, people won't notice him, he won't see, but Kubo won't notice him, since she somehow noticed him. And he notices that she's asleep. And she says, "Good morning, Shiraishi." I don't know much more happens, but that we catch up to the opening. I still love the opening. It's good, and I cannot. This most likely be lost in a season. Season 2 will probably premiere sometime in the future. I could be wrong though. It's just a guess. With the manga, I think it's still still ongoing. It most likely be done in a season. It'll make a lot more sense and give them more time to work on the next batch. But it's this is an episodic comedy, like Kaguya-sama Lover's Wall, which I do plan to check out because I had no clue that was Shonen Jump. Didn't initially interest me, but got more curious when I found out it was Shonen Jump. Yes, I know I'm being a little biased on this. I'm not giving other animes a chance. I know, I shouldn't do that, but I just can't help it. Shonen Jump is just one of the most biggest things out there. You gotta forgive me for that. It might get me interested in watching other types of anime when I get the chance, like the recent series Beast Tamer. I also watch other regular anime like Monster Musume or Everyday Life with Monster Girls, or whatever it's called. I've seen all the episodes, by the way, and you'll be ace. It's good. I plan to do a review on that in Japanese because I already watched it dubbed multiple times. It's still a good series. I actually want to hear your anime suggestions, by the way. I will get back to Fairy Tail and Brave, I promise. And we watch Eden Zero. Prepare for season 2 coming out this year. So yeah, in the meantime, I'd like to hear your suggestions for what anime I should check out. I'll be happy to figure out what your suggestions were. Look them up and see which ones will look about being the most. Because, again, I really do like anime. I really want to check out all kinds of anime. And I'm not talking about recently released anime. I like more completed anime, like those season stories. Like even if they lasted one season, I like to hear your recommendations. And well, I actually like to help to figure out what Shonen Jump manga got anime adaptations. I'm not talking about in the past. I talk about modern day. Like I also want to check out Gintama or Gintama, whatever the hell it's called. I seen Rosario and Vampire, which I did not know was Shonen Jump at all. No damn clue that was Shonen Jump. But I'll get more to that when I actually check out season one. I already saw season one anyway. Sorry. Anyway, next up is a sport, like most likely PE. Also it's PE sometime, gym class or whatever. I'm sure she's exhausted. It is from running, but also it's from how shouting. Why? Well, he's pretty much invisible. So, and his teammate won't be able to keep track of him. So he has to show it out all the time. It's kind of funny. Oh, poor guy. He's so invisible. So yeah, left him all exhausted. And he runs into Kubo. Yeah. He backs away because he's nervous. How beautiful she is when he notices her in her gym clothes. Well, she's wearing a tracksuit, but you get a point. She doesn't want any movement. He just comes to excuse her. He's just all sweaty and probably stings. She comes near him and sniffs him. Causing his heart to beat, like, loudly. Beat fast, specifically. Because, of course, his heart's beating, because, if it isn't, he'd be dead. I kind of like how show just branch it out into different types of genres. More of the comedy side, not action. Which is not a bad idea. It helps them expand more. And, well, like I said, they could do a spin-off to Shonen Jump. Which I call Shoujo Jump. Which is something like manga for girls. Like more stories forbidden for them. Oh yes, there are manga with girls characters in it. It's not what I mean though. What I mean is like, more manga directly written by girls, not for both, but like they can have their own magical girls and stuff. I'm just saying, create another manga poster series could expand the process of the creation. Shoujo Jump could expand more into it. Like Shonen Jump's being expanded a lot with Shueisha Games as well. With the supposed game I don't know much about, can't remember much. It's basically it's a type of puzzle sort of game I think that has Shonen Jump characters that are not really recognizable, which is pretty risky because without the recognizable characters, it probably won't sell much. So they're taking a real gamble. I having characters not many people recognize. Because I just say I'm not playing the game because I don't not really interested. Mainly because I don't know the characters well. Most of the characters. I know Lloyd, well, I'm Spy Family, but it's not actually one of the first modern children anime to get a movie. Like the newest anime to get a movie. So that's a pretty impressive feat. Yu-Gi-Oh! Hasn't even had a movie in years. The last official movie came out in 2017. When it's more mature, even though there's no swearing in the dub, it's more mature. And that's what the series could be like if they got a redub. Maybe we got to experience it anyway. Sorry, not talking about that. I got distracted again. My bad. I'm sorry. It's just let me just say this again. So, anyway, she doesn't think he smells. He backs away if she's a little annoyed by that. But then she has an idea and tells him to wait there. He comments on how she looks beautiful now. He asks her how about having a different hairstyle. Somehow a different hairstyle has increased her cuteness. But he says to him about himself that if he changes his style, he just look like a different background character. I really love this anime's comedy, and I love the visuals. It's gorgeous, and I love how it's animated the style of the manga. I really should keep reading the manga to get more from any of the next episodes. Adapt the chapters next week. Anyway, so I figured out. Kubo shows up again. Sneak attack him. Well, she's the only one that notices him. He is startled and yelps. Maybe she liked that reaction or something. She gives him a wipe, one of her wipes. Now you smell just alike. You smell just alike. She's embarrassed by that. After the whole exchange is over, I got much about that. We cut to the classroom and Navi says with her friends. Getting changed. But no one's not exactly like a mood. They're gonna tease about it. One of her friends wants to use the whites because they're sweaty, but she's keeping them away from him. Oh, in the next scene, she just says not today. But the friends complain that one of the friend that was trying them complains that she always likes to use them. But that's when they realize she might like someone. Well, not like someone. That's not really. If they know someone's up with her, I'm definitely gonna tease her about it. Something good must happen. And then we cut to Shiraishi at home. He's just done reading the manga and comments that a volume of his favorite manga new volume's coming out. So yeah, he heads out. There's a store. Kubo happens to see him and ends up watching him because he's not able to get in. The doll won't recognize him. Even the doll thinks he's invisible. It's just hilarious. I love his comedy. I mean, even I told him recognize him. That's so funny. I mean, the character design is supposed to be so bland and forgettable. Because that's what people think. He's forgettable. Literally. I love that. The creator just have the way the creator designed them really works at showing how the exact references. Kubo being a kind, extroverted, beautiful girl, or Shiraishi being a dull, introverted, invisible high school student. I just love the designs. I do. So yeah, she's been watching them ages. And it's not able to get in. It's kind of funny. Anyway, she just comes in to help out. He's surprised that she's there. They are. And they're going to the shore together. Okay. She asks Rashi why he's here. He tells her he's going to get a new volume of his favorite manga that's just released. He ended up having about her. She got curious and wanted to try, but they didn't have volume on. So she asked to read his. Even she refuses, but he caves in and agrees. So yeah, after Shiraishi bought the volume, Shiraishi tells him his house is down that way. The comment that she lives down that street too. Her house is down that way as well. Coincidence. Yeah. She says his house is just a 5 minute walk. It's just 5 minutes from that. Easy to get there in 5 minutes. So you arrive at his house. She comments that her house is just a 5 minute. Is also a 5 minute walk. So it's 5 minutes down the street. 5 minute walk down the street, but not that far from theirs. The reason she's at the house is because he can give her the manga now. So yeah, he has to do that. She asks Shiraishi what time does he get up? Well, what time does he leave? He says around 8 o'clock. And she comments that's a little earlier than her. And what that guys I don't realise that's why they saw each other at school on the way to school. And she's got the manga and says goodbye to Shiraishi. She's now trying to getting up on the same time as him. So on the cut to the next day, she wakes up bright and early. She tries to look. She's gonna try and look herself presentable. Ends up using a bit of her sister's perfume or something. After her sister's name is Akane. Akane. I'm just gonna say Akane. Anyway, it's just a comment it's unusual for her to be up this early. And we know that their mother is pretty busy at work most of the days. We don't know what her job is, but since it's Monday, she's definitely got pretty busy. It's just, so yeah. I don't make any assumptions about why she got up early. That she may have a crush on someone. I don't think saying she's easy to read and teases her. Kubo gets a little annoyed. Yes. What? Of course, Akame the one say try to get her own makeup set, perfume set, because she's such a good big sister. So yeah. Anyway, she writes this introduction and sees Shiraishi come in, and pretends to coincidentally run into him. Yeah. After saying him money, they end up walking together to school. He's alone, that's right. Since they have time for school, Kubo decides that they could take a bit of a sit down and wait till they can leave. They get a bit of talking. But mainly, one of the pits they talk about is the store that Shiraishi goes and buys his lunch. He doesn't go there every day. He goes there most of the time. After talking a bit more, Kubo's friends show up. You know? It's nice to see her safe first. She says that she just ended up running to Shiraishi on the way to school. You know? And, well, they spot him. Because, you know, they didn't see him at first. I can't help but keep laughing at that guy every time. It's so pretty cool how he's just always invisible. Saki, if he met Saki K, Saki would definitely be jealous that he'd be so invisible to anyone. Oh, so that's pretty fun. I did review Saki K and its other stories once upon at one point a while back, didn't I? Not much reviews. I might give it a rewatch in Japanese. Might be able to understand some things better. I mean, Netflix is terrible. For some reason, the line of the dub is different in two versions of the dub. There is. It's a whole thing I'm not sure about. Anyway, Kuro says that this is where she meets up with her friends every morning. When he's alone, nervous and shy, so he says he'll go on ahead. Her friends say they will see him today. Must be good luck or something. It's obviously Kubo likes him, but why? We don't know the reason, do we? He's always been invisible, yet she's always seen him and likes him. I'm curious to know. I like that intriguing little mystery there. It's not much a mystery, but it keeps you a little bit interested in why she likes Shiraishi. We don't know. Like, see this? Yeah, it's pretty cool though. So yeah. After that, Dr. Shiraishi leaves school, saying that Shiraishi says that even if the day starts different, the entire everything's still the same. He eats lunch alone and stuff. People still don't see him. So he walks home. Someone walking by doesn't really notice him, so he dashes out of the way quickly. But then gets splashed by a truck, by a car. Now he's covered in mud. But this is on the parts he's glad to be invisible. Otherwise, that would be really embarrassing. But of course, Kubo's the only one that can see him, and she just shows up at the time. You know, so he looks all muddy. It's bad luck. So she tells him to get home as soon as quickly, so he can shower. So yeah, he was at his house and realizes he's forgot his key and no one's at home. Kubo ended up finding out that too. His mum won't be back for. Won't be back for 2 hours. So Kubo suggests so Shiraishi decides to go wash himself at the park. But Kubo says that he'll catch a cold in this cold weather. He'll freeze. So invites him to her house. And she refuses, but has no choice but to agree. So she says that no one's home, so he leaves the shower. And Kubo tells him she put down a towel and clothes. Greedily, when he entered the bathroom, he saw her bra. She quickly covered it up and asked, "Did he see it?" And he says no with a straight face. No. I love the voice cast, by the way. I want the Japanese actors. They just really like go for the characters. If this does get a dub, I'm curious to know who they're going to be casting in the dub. If they do, it does get one. It's definitely going to get one. This is a good. Shonen Jump's got a pretty big year this year. Like, Nakshin, I didn't know this anime was coming out. I had no idea it was announced at all. I just stumbled upon it on the app I use. So, what are the odds? And I'm glad I watched it, because, again, I do like the manga. It just didn't interest me much. But watching the anime, I love the visuals and the comedy and the voice acting. I just like the anime more than the manga, even though it's an exact translation in the manga. It's just my opinion, though. Okay? So, yeah. Alright. He comes out of the shower and dries off and gets changed. Kubo's waiting for him. He bangs up and then uses the shower. He will wash and give back the tracksuit. He also bangs up in a tracksuit and said he'll wash it and give it back as soon as he can. And he asked where he put his school uniform. She told him she washed it. Yeah. And she tells Shiraishi that his hair is still wet, so he should dry off before leaving. Since his mom's back. After that, the two say their goodbyes. Yeah. And Shiraishi commenting that no anyone will notice that or something. As he heads home. And in the episode. Again, I'm loving this anime. The door gaggers make me laugh. I love that one. Even doors make he's invisible. That's pretty funny. Like, they should have those types of automatic doors should have motion sensors. I do not know how they work, but should sense like body heat or something. I don't know. I'm not familiar with those types of technology, but still. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You have to think all videos that comes in the future. I'll see you guys later for Bleach. Yep, episode 11 is coming out. I promise you. Keep Phoenix out.